Welcome to our channel. This video is part of a series based on the CITB book called Health, Safety and Environment Test for Operatives and Specialists. We guarantee that watching these videos is all you need to do to prepare for your final test. In each video, we will briefly cover a section's key points and then ask questions directly from the CITB book. This video focuses on Section A01 General Responsibilities. To make it easy to move through the video series, you will find a link in the top right corner. The actual CSCS test usually takes about 45 minutes, and you need to answer at least 45 out of 50 questions correctly to pass. Before we dive in, please support us by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. We appreciate it. Let us learn together.
The Health and Safety at Work, etc. Act, 1974, contains legal duties for employers and employees. Visitors and workers must be given a site induction and authorised to enter site. Employers must provide information to workers about site rules, welfare facilities, and emergency procedures. Workers should be provided with clean welfare facilities and information regarding hazards and risks at work. Everyone on site is responsible for the consideration of neighbours and members of the public. Employees should follow a safe system of work agreed with the employer. A safe system of work would include information such as the sequence of work and any hazards associated with the task. The purpose of a risk assessment is to identify hazards and control risk. Risk assessments consider the likelihood of a hazard occurring and the seriousness of harm that could occur. A method statement will inform a worker of the safe way to carry out a task. If a task feels dangerous or unsafe, stop work and report it immediately.
You have witnessed a serious accident on your site and are to be interviewed by a Health and Safety Executive (HSE) inspector. What should you do? Ask your supervisor what you should tell the inspector. Not tell the inspector anything and ask them to talk to your supervisor. Cooperate and tell the inspector exactly what you saw. Ask other workers what you should tell the inspector. If you notice that a design detail can't be built in the way it has been drawn in the plans, what two things should you do? Leave that detail out altogether. Keep quiet, as it will mean more work for you. Only make the changes when they are approved in writing. Raise the issue with your supervisor before you start work. Build it as you think it should be done.
When workers arrive on site, what is the first thing they should do? Walk around the site to inspect the work from the day before. Enter the site by the easiest route and start work. Get their tools out of the store and start work. Make sure that the site team knows they are there. If a worker fails to report a near miss, what could happen? The company could go out of business through neglect. The employee could get a large fine. The near miss could be a serious accident next time. The site manager will be sacked immediately. What are two possible consequences for you if your employer does not prevent accidents and ill health at work? You will have to work longer hours to earn more money. You may suffer an injury, affecting your health and well-being. You won't get the training required to continue working on site. You may not be able to work, which would affect your income and family life. You will have worse welfare facilities on site while improvements are made. What are two possible consequences for employers of not taking measures to prevent accidents and ill health at work? They could be fined or imprisoned. They will damage the environment. They will need to employ more people. They will have to change the site layout for emergency vehicles. They will lose time and money due to the cost of any accident or ill health. What does the word hazard mean? anything that could cause harm, the construction site accident rate, the likelihood of something happening, a type of removable barrier or machine guard. What is the main reason for understanding the fire and emergency procedures on site? To know where the fire exits and assembly point are in an emergency. To know what tools and equipment can be used during an emergency. To help you to get time off work in an emergency. To stop anyone leaving site in an emergency. Who is responsible for managing health and safety on site? Site manager, building inspector, contracts manager, health and safety executive, HSE. Why is it the employer's legal responsibility to discuss matters of health and safety with employees? So that employees do not have any responsibilities for health and safety. So that employees will never have to attend any other health and safety training. So that employees are informed of things that will protect their health and safety. So that your employer will not have any legal responsibility for employees' health and safety. General site rules would not normally include information about which one of the following: personal protective equipment, PPE, names and addresses of workers, near-miss and accident reporting, site induction procedures. If someone is injured on site, where should this be recorded? In an accident book or record, on the Safe System of Work plan, on the site plan, in the method of work. What should all risk assessments identify? The employer, how to report accidents, the health and safety executive, HSE, the hazards in the work environment. When creating a risk assessment, the severity of harm is multiplied by what? The number of workers on site, the likelihood of harm occurring, the cost of injury or harm, the area of the construction site.
Which two topics should be covered in a site induction? Site rules, local transportation links, holiday entitlement, site emergency procedures, local amenities.
How would you expect to find out about health and safety rules when you first arrive on site? During the induction, in a letter sent to your home, by reading the health and safety policy, by asking other workers to show you around.
What is a toolbox talk? A short training session on a particular safety topic. A talk that tells you where to buy tools. Your first training session when you arrive on site. A sales talk given by a tool supplier.
What is the main reason for attending a site induction? To get to know other new employees. Site rules and hazards will be explained. To create the method statements for the site. Permits to work will be written and handed out.
What should you do if the safety rules given in your site induction seem out of date as work progresses? Nothing, as safety is the site manager's responsibility. Speak to your supervisor about your concerns. Speak to your workmates to see if they have any new rules. Make up your own safety rules to suit the changing conditions.
During the site induction, you do not understand something the presenter says. What should you do? Attend another site induction. Ask the presenter to explain it again. Guess what the presenter was saying. Wait until the end, then ask someone else to explain. Employers must provide workers with instructions that meet which requirement? Downloadable from the internet, written in large print, available in audio, in a format each worker understands. A worker finds a way of working that is quicker than the method statement they have been given. What should they do? Inform work colleagues so they can work this way. Get their work done more quickly so they can leave early. Get more work done so they can earn more money. Continue to follow the safe system of work for the task. Who should you speak to if the work of another contractor is affecting your safety? Your supervisor, the contractor, your workmates, the contractor's supervisor.
What should you do if you cannot do a job in the way described in the method statement? Make up a better way to do it and carry on. Do not start work until you have talked to your supervisor. Ask other workers how they think it should be done. Contact the Health and Safety Executive, HSE.
What should a worker do if the helmet they are using is damaged? Use it, but keep checking it. Put a sticker over the damaged area. Report it at the end of the day. Replace it immediately.
Congratulations! You are a step closer to success. Keep learning until you reach your goal. You can find a link in the top right corner to go to the next video.